Alex and Kristen, when Tropical Storm Irene barreled through Rochester, it unearthed the dead. For Darlene Thompson, it's meant a 5-year journey to get her loved ones back where they belong.
And that is Nanny's mom.
For Darlene Thompson, her daughter Mackenzie, and her grandchildren, the Woodlawn Cemetery is a place to talk about family.
And this is Nanny and Grandpussy. It says Junie Marie and Henry Ray.
For them, it means sharing stories here at the beautifully maintained spot off Route 100 in Rochester.
I can't believe it turned out as well as it did. It doesn't look like anything happened.
But the manicured lawn and pristine headstones are a far cry from what Darlene found when we first met her 5 years ago.
How could a little stream like that do so much damage?
When Tropical Storm Irene hit Vermont in August 2011, raging floodwaters tore through the cemetery brook, ripping open the earth.
Good afternoon. Is everything working all right?
From the sky, Channel 3 cameras captured open coffins being tossed downstream.
What happened to your family members here?
It washed 5 people out. There was my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my uncle, and my baby brother.
This was a unique situation. Cemeteries don't wash out every day. And in fact, FEMA, when we contacted them, kind of said, you're on your own.
Tom Hardy works in the funeral business and was tasked with collecting and managing remains.
There was 8 feet of gravel in the middle of Route 100 with a casket sitting on top. We had remains in various stages of being casketed and not being casketed, up and down the brook.
At the time, it had Darlene keeping Mackenzie out of the water, fearful of a gruesome discovery.
I don't want to let my 4-year-old go play in the river this summer. Anywhere. I don't even want her out behind my house in our river, because I'm afraid she's going to find something.
No one knows exactly how many remains washed out in the flooding because many were buried years before cemetery records were kept. But of the roughly 50 people known to have gone missing, 27 were recovered, 26 identified by family or with DNA.
We had 24-hour armed security, volunteers from around the state that came here and babysat this cemetery, if you would, until we got all the remains collected that we could find.
My brother, they never found their body. My mom and dad were left here in the cemetery still. And my grandmother's body, they found in the golf course in a pile of dirt. And then this one is my grandmother, huh?
For Darlene's family, their vaults that were above ground for months and identified with pumpkins following the storm are buried again. Their toppled headstones were pulled from the water and are now upright and marked with flowers.
Those who were either never recovered or identified are being remembered here at the cemetery as well, with this plaque here that says, "Rest in peace wherever you now lie, gone, but not forgotten."
It was hard 5 years ago, not knowing, who was going to find who. Were they going to be able to have closure again?
Darlene knows she's found more peace than many, but admits Irene can still be painful to think about.
Is it hard not to cry today?
Yeah, it is, but it's not too bad because I have more closure than a lot of people.
Closure, she says, comes from a community standing together to honor the dead in a spot restored to its original beauty, proving Rochester is stronger than the storm that tried to tear it apart.
That mass grave in Rochester actually contains more than 70 fragments of those unearthed in the storm. Officials tell me if new remains surface in the future, they will do their best to identify them. Alex and Kristen.
Thank you.